Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be doing some Triglavian hunting in the Golem. And I actually have already done some Triglavian hunting in the Golem before. I did it with my friend Ibad Tijori and it went really well. A Golem, he was using a Kronos, I was using a Golem, and he was using a dual rep Kronos. So you've maybe seen before, or if you haven't, I have made a previous video how I've lost my Kronos. Big loss, 2.2 bill down the drain. But I did learn some more things that, obviously needed more tank, etc, etc. And I instead just had Ibad, who actually survived. I recommended him, you probably should put second rep, just in case he takes a lot of damage like I do. So he did that, and I went in a Golem, and a Golem is just so damn tanky anyways. It was basically an extra shield boost Golem. I've shown it before, but I'll show it again after I find a system to do this Triglavian hunting in. But it's really tanky, can have some really crazy tank if you overheat and put boosters in. You can go like 8k HP per second if you like put boosters overheating. So 8k HP per second, EHP per second in terms of tank is what you could get with a Golem, like if you all out everything. Alright, so we're going to just first off trying to find a system here to hunt Triglavians in. And what I was saying is that I was doing it before in a Golem and Kronos and it worked so well. The Golem took care of the Leshaks, the Kronos took care of the medium to small stuff. It was so good synergy. But here it's going to be the first time I'm actually doing this solo, because I want to try doing it solo, and I definitely think it's possible. I don't think it'll have any issues, but I want to try it solo. So there's potential that we could lose a Golem right here in case we get overwhelmed somehow. I don't think we will, but if the event it does happen, at least we get it on camera for you guys to laugh at me. So what we're going to do here is we find some kind of Triglavian system. These are the Porchven systems that are red, and what you want to do here is look for them. They're red, and the Sakenta system is a system that's very popular because it's very close to Jita. So what we want to do is maybe find this Nani right here. Nani! And we want to maybe set some of the objectives or destinations. The systems that are quite close nearby this system right here, like in terms of distance. So you can see nearby systems right here, and we're going to look for them. Okay, so we're going to add them, like just add them there to our route, and then what we want to do here is click on this A and click on optimize route. It'll make the shortest path but still go to all the systems. Then we want to go with the D-scan, and there is this filter I've got here for Triglavians. So if you want to know what kind of filter I'm using, it's this one right here. If we go in overview tabs, if we go here, and then one of these tabs I've made here is a tab presets, and the thing I have got selected I believe is entity. If we go somewhere here, there's Triglavian entities. Yeah, Triglavian entities is what I saved here. So this is then what I've got as having my Triglavian hunting D-scan filter. This allows me to just see Triglavians very fast. So all I do really is I warp to these systems right here, and then I look for Triglavians. It's as simple as that. So I go in my intercept because it's really fast. The fit I'm using is what I used to do the mission recon one, in fact. It's got velocity optimizers and got a MWD. It's a very basic fit. All we're going to do, oh, someone must have got ganked here. Pretty hardcore as well. Look how many ships there are here of the Concord guys. Okay, we go here and just go to all the systems and just scan. It's as simple as that, really. Just keep scanning, and on the way here, make sure you're doing warp as well. Triglavians can be hiding in different places. And if they're Triglavians in the system, that means that there is a Porchven wormhole there. And basically, when you got a Porchven wormhole going on, it means that they are like the potential of spawning in these fleets. Like you can spawn in these fleets. And how it works is that if you warp to the Porchven wormhole, you scan it down, and you see NPCs there, that means that it's like a sort of like a low activity system, because it means that you haven't sort of aggressed the Triglavians, you haven't made them angry. So if you kill the fleet that's near the wormhole, or if you warp there and you see there's no fleet there, then that means that there is the aggressive Triglavians there, or the Triglavians have been aggressed, so to say, sort of made them angry. So that means that there'll be more aggressive fleet spawning in the system. So before you actually attack the wormhole, there'll be very minimal fleets. I don't even think you can spawn in any fleets, but if they are, they're at least very minimal. And then if you want to go all out, want to get the good ISK and get all the good loot, then you go and attack the ones at the wormhole. Then they'll be like, oh man, attack the wormhole fleet? We're going to send in some serious guys to take care of these Krabers who are trying to wreck us. So that is what you want to do. You want to scan down the wormhole in case that it does happen. And what I should have done probably was I should have gone, in fact, with a core scanner probe. I think I can even fit one. They don't use much CPU. Core scanner probe. I'm going to core scanner. Scanner. Or probe launcher. That's what it is. Okay, we'll go to the next system. There's nothing in here. Oh, one thing we could do fast is actually just warp to these things, these stations here. Core probe launcher, almost. I could probably tweak something. Maybe this EM1 or this medium shield extender could be oh, this MWT as well. Look, I can compact all this stuff right here. Quad LIF. Hey, it doesn't make any difference to my SIG or my CPU. Well, I like the quad LIF anyway. Medium shield extender. Maybe a regolith. Yeah, look, a regolith fits perfectly. So that's something we could potentially use. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anything right here. We can just scan again while we're in warp. And we can put a core probe launcher in this, and that'll be very useful. If we do find a system with Triglavians, we can, you know, scan that down and just quickly just take a little check to see if there are Triglavians at the wormhole or not. So that's probably an improvement. I could do this fit right here. It's annoying that the medium shield extenders are so expensive. The compact ones, just the way they are. Very expensive. I wonder how much CPU does this thing use? A lot of CPU, actually. Okay, I want to continue going here. Use our scanning stuff to go and find some ships. Nothing here. Wait, have we got the right filter selected? Yeah, Triglavians is selected, so we have got the right filter. Alright, we've got a Triglavian here. The next system. Jump in, please. Okay, anything here? Nothing here. And the gate could be maybe in warp, especially since they are... Oh, see that? The disrupted gate is over there. Let's see now. Is there anything here in warp? Maybe see something here. Anything here? Nothing here. Nani! Nani! The system of Nani was taken. Look at that. They got taken. It's really a case of just understanding how this works. I found this very confusing in the beginning, but it's very simple. All you have to do is just plot a route that goes past many of the systems that are near these... oh, there we go. Look, Triglavians right here. Otama. And it's a really good system too, because there's not so many people in here, so there's probably not so much competition. Okay. It's just a case of looking on the map, going in the systems that are, in terms of absolute distance, the systems that are close to it. So you can just see that they're visually quite close to it on the map, and eventually you'll find Triglavians. Okay. And I wonder if the wormhole's been stirred. So Otama, we're gonna set a route for Otama. See now, Otama there. Okay. So that's all it is. That's all it is. It's very simple. It's just finding these Triglavians by looking for systems near the taken over systems. I found it really complicated in the beginning, but it's actually as simple as that. So you guys can also hunt them and earn the dank ISK. The most amount of ISK that you get from these guys is just by salvaging them. That's the main thing. It's also very much worth it to loot them as well. You do get a lot of good ISK there too. But majority of the loot is from the salvage. It's just what I found. So we're going to take our solo golem and we're going to go there and wreck some Triglavians. You can earn a really good amount of ISK if you do this stuff fast. Especially like when I'm going with the dual marauders, with Ibad, with his Kronos and me and my golem. We get so good together. It's got some really good synergy going on, and I should record next time we do it. We've only done it once so far. Like, we've spent like 4 hours grinding them for one day. I didn't record it then. I was not really in a good opportunity to record, but I should definitely show you guys when we're doing it because it goes so smoothly. He really has got a good compliment for me because the torpedoes I've got, they don't apply too well to the small stuff. I mean, they do apply to the small stuff, but he can one-shot them with his blast because he really just applies so good to these frigates and the cruisers. He just almost gets perfect application to them, and especially since they're orbiting really close, there's in perfect range for the heavy blasters as well. But when it comes to the Leshaks, they like to orbit 40, 42, 43 kilometers, something like that. So they're going to be in past his fall off. So he's going to do really crap damage to them unless he uses his null. And even null is going to still be within fall off range or outside his optimal range. So still a lot of DPS is going to be lost there. So that's why the golem is perfect. The rage torpedoes apply perfectly to these Leshaks, and then on top of that, the rage torpedoes have perfect range, just enough amount of range for destroying the Leshaks. So it's a really good ship for killing Leshaks, and that is actually why I have called my golem the Leshak Killer. So if we see here, Leshak Killer. All right, grab this. Okay, now we're going to go to Aotama. Now what we're going to do here is when I'm going to travel to different systems, I like to go in travel fit. So what I do is put this cloaking device here, remove a battery, put the 500 MN, and then I deactivate a couple of these ballistic control systems. So I just go here in a travel fit. So this is just in case there are gankers, I can do the MWD cloak trick to, you know, get past them. So we'll undock here and go to Aotama to wreck some Triglavians. And what I should have actually done, in fact what I will do right now before we go, is put a scanning frigate in my golem, just in case, because just in case the ship right here, or just in case the wormhole is not being startled, we can maybe startle the wormhole at least to get stuff started and going on, and that'll be a good like initial ISK making activity, because you can get a lot of ISK from attacking the wormhole fleet as well. It's a pretty big fleet as well, so it'll take quite a bit of time to kill them, but it'll be definitely something that I think the golem could do to get stuff going on in that system. So let's see now. I have got a good scanning ship somewhere in a rattlesnake, I believe it is. So where is that rattlesnake? It's called Komodo Dragon. So I call my names of my ship. I call my ships interesting names. And a Komodo Dragon is a type of lizard, or type of reptile at least, that is very strong. It's like very, very strong. It's got like a very thick skin, and that's exactly how the rattlesnake is supposed to behave as well. It's got a very thick skin, very tanky, and just like a Komodo dragon is what I call this rattlesnake over here. So grab that magnate right there, just in case. Put it in my golem. It's really nice that with the battleships you can carry the frigate escape bay, a little like extra frigate in case you were to ever need that. Unfortunately, you can't carry the interceptors. It's just the way it is. You can't carry the interceptors in there. Okay, so we're going to warp to Sobaseki, and that was stupid. I should not have started aligning here in the undock. Very dumb, because someone could maybe gank me here. But if I am attacked, I can obviously just dock up here. But it's very long warp time, so I like to use the undock when I'm going in the golem. Let's continue here. 5 jumps out. It doesn't take that long to find it. Alright, so let's see now. We're here. Got Gnosis going on, and Gnosis, they can be scanners. So what we're going to do here is use the MWD cloak trick. We're a cloaky trick. So we'll just go with this, right? Go with this, and then we'll just align here, and then just activate the cloak straight away. Do a pulse of the MWD, and look, I'm cloaked now, so it can't lock me up. Then what we're going to want to do is, when we finish this cycle, we're going to decloak and then warp, and whoop, we are going just like that. It's a very handy way to go through high sec and relatively safe. I mean, they can always counter this gankers by spreading drones all over the place. It won't allow you to cloak, but even then, that requires a lot of effort, and it is a very like, I've never seen a like drone spam anywhere in high sec, but I'm just saying that is the potential way you could counter this, to be able to lock stuff up, to be able to decloak a ship using the MWD cloak trick. Let's jump in here. Next system. It's important to just get like, be a bit on your toes in EVE Online. Always people try to gank you, maybe just to troll a little bit, maybe just for the sake of it. Maybe it's not even economically viable, or just for the sake of it, It's always good to have a bit of good habits, to be a little bit cautious. Okay, there we go. Jump here. And it also makes you align a tiny bit faster too, I believe. Let's see, what is the cycle time on this thing? 10 seconds. What is our align time? If we go here, turn off this. Align time 10.59 seconds. So I think it's faster, because I think it rounds up to the highest second. So I'm pretty sure we are faster actually with the MWD. But then again, it takes a bit of time as well to, activate all these modules and all that kind of stuff. So maybe it'll probably be more than 11 seconds anyway. Lidoken. Let's go in here. We've also got the good boosters. We're going to use the boosters. I mean, they're not good boosters. They're cheap boosters, but they're still good because they are like pretty effective for their cost. So that's why I use these boosters. Especially this hard shell right here. Like, look at the price. It costs nothing. It gives me 3% extra shield boosting capabilities. That cloaking device didn't want to work. I probably should have clicked it. That would be a bit better right there. And oh yeah, the reason is because I started warping. Because if you warp, you're not able to use the MWD cloak trick. It's only if you align. Was a bit of a mistake on my part, but who cares? There's no one really here. Could have been some stealth bombers cloaking up like elite PvP gankers. I think that's a thing actually, that stealth bombers can sometimes cloak up on gates and just attack people. I've seen at least people ganking with stealth bombers in high sec. Let's go to Kiras. Go to the next system right here. Hopefully, I hope we get some nice ISK. Got this tractor beams and salvages going to help us, and then the salvage drones as well is going to help us pull in our loot. This mainly the salvage drones. Actually, this salvage is nice, but often I forget to use this because I'm mainly focused on tractoring in stuff. Let's align here. And one of this IWD cycle right here. Then as soon as this is done, then we'll stop with the clock. Okay. Whoop now. Whoop. Out. Just like that. Now there we're going to Otama. Let's go and wreck some Triglavians. So the first thing we'll obviously want to do is we're going to want to refit. We're going to want to put our battle fit on. No need to have this MWD. This MWD is just nerfing your capacitor. And you're always going to be still, like when you're fighting these Triglavians. So it's just wasting your capacitor, and also you're wasting a mid slot, which you could potentially have some more capacitor, in our case, with the cap battery, or you could even have some more tank, like a shield boost amplifier or something like that. Let's go on through this gate right here. Man, this color Kyoto skin, I love it so much. It looks so good. A friend I got on Eve, he bought this Kala Kyoto skin when it came out. I think it was 2015. And he bought it for like equivalent price of, I think it was 20 plex or something, like really cheap basically compared to how it is now. Oh, you see that? There's a lot of ships right there. So let's see now. Well, first we're going to just warp off here, but we can always try to scan down these guys. So what I do is to use it on 5 degrees and just look at planets, because they're usually on planets, these Triglavians. Here maybe. And if they're not in the planets, it's probably meaning that they're in the wormhole. Okay, planet 1. That's probably where they are, because you can see here. They're there. Could also mean sun. There's different things here, but I think it is the Altama 1. So if we dock up here real quick, and then we'll go to Altama 1, see if there's anything going on there. Now, as I said before, I've never done this before solo, or at least like solo properly. I did try the rattlesnake a long time ago, but I got weak spawns. I was lucky that I didn't die there. Otherwise, if it was bad spawns, I would have died hard in my rattlesnake. Die hard. Okay, take up the cloaking device. Oh, come on. Cheap structure. You don't even have a quantum core thing that allows me to refit. Let's see now. Is there anything else nearby? A station maybe that is at least reliable. Oh, I'll just go to the station. Can't bother to waste a warp. And it's also, I believe, close to Atama 1 as well. Probably. Silly. I mean, we could use the mobile depot as well. Probably that would have been faster, in fact, as well. But I just want to dock up in a station. So nice, you know, you can just find these things in high sec and do some ratting. It's cool, because before they had the emerging conduits, and the emerging conduits were nice, I really like them, but they removed them, and now really the only high sec kind of ratting thing is missions or these anomalies. Now, anomalies are really crap, don't at all challenge battleships. In fact, battleships are really bad, because there's a lot of small stuff right there, and it takes forever to lock them up, and you apply, generally speaking, really bad to the small stuff as well. So that's why stuff like Hecates and worms and Gilas and just things that can apply good to the small stuff is really a lot more effective than battleships, even though they have less DPS. And even then, I don't like the ISK you get from them. It's very inconsistent. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's really bad as well, like the DD sites and all that kind of stuff. It's all over the place. Not something I like. I like it when it's a bit more consistent, and that is definitely what is the case here with these Triglavian fleets. It is a lot of RNG still, because sometimes you can get some RNG when it comes to the loot drops, but it's still, you still have some consistencies at least going on. We can clear the chat of clutter and undock right here. And what we're going to want to do here is warp to Altama 1. I believe it's Altama 1. We can do a double check right here. So we're closer, I believe. I think we are close. Yeah, you see that we're a lot closer to Altama 1 right there. So we can now do a scan here. Okay, so there's nothing at Altama 1. Maybe the sun. The sun, that is where it is. So it was the sun. So you can see here, it doesn't necessarily have to be a planet, but often it has been the planets. Just in my experience, it's usually been the planets, but it doesn't have to be. It can sometimes be the sun as well. It really can be any celestial. It can be at moons. It can be at the planets. I've just found it. Now, I've obviously had a limited experience, but usually it's at the planets at least. Okay, warp in here. We've got the good boosters. Just need to double check. I've got implants. Yeah, I've got implants too. Let's go. Solo Marauder versus Triglavians, the Golem. We're going to want to take out the liminal guys because they do a lot of damage, and Hospodars as well, they do a lot of damage. And Leshaks especially, they do a lot of damage to us because, you know, they'll apply good and they have a high damage too. Okay, so often what happens is, I don't know, maybe these guys won't be, but often they do sleep, these Triglavians right here. So when you warp into the first fleet, they're just like sort of asleep. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. Sometimes they're sometimes asleep. So we're going to want to put a... Oh, do we not have a mobile tractor unit? No, we don't, unfortunately. We're going to have to use our own salvages. Okay. Yep. There we go. Now I want to put a D scan on, because I want to just be able to see if there's any suspicious people nearby. So here, you can see they're sort of asleep. You see that? The Drekavax, they're just chilling right there. Now these Raznenborg Damavik has woken up, but otherwise these Drekavax, they're just chilling there, letting themselves get wrecked by me. And you can see here, we're not even boosting at all, because this guy does no damage to us, but we will have to obviously start boosting when stuff gets just a little bit more crazy with the Leshaks later. And it's really nice with the shield boosters because they have an instant repair. Unlike armor repairs that take a bit of time, the shield boosters, they instantly repair, so that's really a nice thing about them. Now here we're going to want to reload to Caldari Navy because it's going to be applying so much better to these little frigates and cruisers. I'll put these warriors on the drones right here. I'm going to start attacking this Vedmak in the meantime. You see the drones do a lot of extra complementary damage. Basically, if there's Leshaks, it's going to be best to use the Tech 2 ammo, otherwise it's almost always going to be better to use the Caldari Navy. So to be honest, probably it's better that we just go with Caldari Navy the whole way, but still. Okay, there we go. Let's see, we wrecked them pretty fast. There we go, like, wrecked right there. Recall our drones. See if we've got anything new spawn that'll spawn in. If there's not, we can always just grab this loot right here. Grab the loot. Are there any more Triglavians nearby? It could be that the wormhole's not being startled, so they won't spawn so much. Oh, there are more Triglavians, you can see there. Some Drekavax. And we can start salvaging as well as the salvage drones. That's a nice thing here. Grab some of the loot, crap loot, right? Oh, I guess this thing is worth 300k. What about this one right here? Is there anything here? Calm Gamma. Who cares about this? And we can grab this in here. Spread out our drones. It's always good to spread out your drones. It feels like it's a lot faster with when you spread them out. So you can sort of spread them out like that. They're very slow, but it's nice to spread them out because you can have them all work on their own wreck, and then while they're working there, you don't have to manage them anymore. Okay, let's see now. This one right here. Oh, look, you see that? 9 million, just like that. So you can get some decent ISK, and that's not even counting the salvage too. You can get some good salvage as well. As I said before, salvage is the majority of the ISK, but that was also a bit of a lucky drop right there. So I've got this filter right here. Oh, and I got just 25 million, just like that. You see, you can get some nice ISK just like that. I've got this filter, and I use it to just filter out so that I can have all this loot right here. And what you could do is, if you go on my bio, I'll link it in my bio, but you cannot see it here right now, but I will link it. So we go in my biography, I'll put some invasion loot right here so you guys can use this. You can just go on my character and you can use my filter, the same one I've got right here. I made this filter just to be able to filter out it really quickly. It's really useful. Put it there. So hope you guys enjoy that. Okay, there's that last wreck over here. Can use a bit of salvage on them as well. See what loot we got right here. Invasion loot. Probably gonna get a little bit more from this. What is this? A Vedmak. So usually the bigger ships, or basically always the bigger ships, they give more loot. Okay, so nice. You see that? 30 million almost from that little spawn right there. So you can just imagine what kind of stuff you can get from even bigger spawns. They can be much bigger than that. Let's see now. We've got some Drekavax going on right here. Okay, so we can just use this 5-1. And then just go, we can have a little bit of a general understanding of the range. Okay, so it's more than 10 at least. So we can look at those planets. Maybe this one? No. Maybe this planet. Oh wait, this one's not. Okay, so it could be that they are at the wormhole. It could be that they are at the wormhole or a moon. But all the moons are included here pretty much. Okay. Actually, no, I was using the degree one. Okay, this they're probably closer. Okay, that one. Okay, so they're within 1 to 5 AU. Okay, so they're maybe not the wormhole. 1 to 5 AU, so it's somewhere. Maybe here? Altama V? Nope. Automa VI. No. Automa 7. No. 8. No. This one maybe? No. Okay. We're gonna have to be a bit more precise now. Okay. Are they here? No. We're gonna have to get like a precise number when they exactly stop. It could be that one of these is the wormhole. It's really possible. Let's see now. 4.2. Is anything that's 4.2 AU away? No. So I'm very certain that the wormhole could have not been startled. So what we're going to do here is warp up here. And we're going to take our scanning frigate to... Oh, we need to stop with Bastion too. Whoa, what am I doing? Just take our frigate and we're going to scan it down. And then what we can do is warp in the Marauder and just wreck all these guys. And I think that'll probably be enough after we've wrecked the wormhole, because pretty much it's going to be the same thing as what we've got now. Like, you know, these fleets we got right here, just a bit more aggressive after we've destroyed the wormhole. It's going to be similar level fleets to what you find at the wormhole to what you find afterwards, because I've been playing for quite a long time right now. And this wormhole raid is going to take quite a bit of time too. It's like it's not a tiny fleet, it's going to be quite significant. Like, I've seen people there with like triple Vindicators and like a bunch of Logi doing it, and we're going to do it all solo in our Marauder. I'm so happy that this exists, because I told you guys before about the whole emerging conduit stuff, and now there's another activity for battleships. But most of all, this is more like an activity that's made a lot for Marauders, because Marauders usually are in a place where everything just is no challenge for them. L4 missions absolutely slapped. L5 missions are challenging, but the thing is they are in low sec. This is a high sec activity that is actually challenging for Marauders, because I actually have to tank my ship decently. You can see I've got the damage control, flux coil, dual capacitor control circuit 2s, got good implants, boosters and everything. It's not like a flimsy golem by any means. So we have to actually tank this decently and take advantage of the massive tank of the Marauders here. Dock please, dock please, dock please. This is why I hate about these stupid stations forever to dock. Whole day if I want to dock, because they warp you in, not the optimal location. Okay, so we take our frigate here, put it here, and double click this, and take a few more seconds because of the session timer. Okay, there we go. Now a few more seconds because this is session timer right here. Undock please. Stuff takes time, I understand, but let me out. You know, obviously, you know, stuff in real life would also take a lot of time. I mean, you're gonna undock a ship and redock it, or take a long time, not just something you can do in a few seconds. But still, it annoys me sometimes that they don't take a less amount of time. It's in a video game after all. Okay, let's move this, and people are gonna rage at me how I scan. Yeah, I scan a little bit by just moving the thing quite roughly. I should double click here, it makes it a bit better, more precise. More precise. More precise is what we're going to be. Here. Okay, put my scanner probes here. Scan here. Okay, good. Alright, so we'll see this as normal wormhole, I think, and then we'll just go there at warp 100, and maybe it'll be some special stuff here. Okay, look here, a wormhole. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Could be the Pochven wormhole. Could be the Pochven wormhole, especially since there's only 2 rats here. Usually if the system has already been aggressed by the attacking the wormhole, then there'll be bigger fleets roaming around. But here, it's only these 2 guys here. So it's probably the people, because usually there's only a few rats guarding them, and then there'll be more and more, like, as you kill them. So they'll spawn in a lot. It'll not just be these 2 guys you have to face. Okay, so we'll warp in at 100, because we don't want to get popped by the Triglavians. And we'll warp... This is like a restock, just so we know where we were at before. But it would make sense, this range, you know, 5.11. Actually, no, maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. We're now at a different location anyway. So let's see now. Is this a Pochven wormhole? A wormy... Oh, it is! It is! We're going to do a wormhole raid. We're going to do a wormhole. And where is my bookmark? It's not here. It is not here, my bookmark. So I'm going to just have to warp out directly, because I don't have time to mess around with the bookmarks. They're not working properly. Oh, here it was. As I saved it in a folder. I've got a folder. I've got like this folder for my alts, so that I can like, have everything combined. Especially like the PI alts is really useful, because then you sort of you're able to move them when you want to go through different things. But it is here. Okay, remove this, and then we can like store it as a restock. And it's going to dock up really fast. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. And we'll go in the Golem, and we'll warp to that wormhole and wreck these guys. Double click, double click, double click. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. Frigate escape bay. Undock. Time for the golem to go in and disrupt the wormhole. Let's go wreck this wormhole. Alright, wormhole busting time. Gonna warp straight in at 0. No mercy is gonna be shown to these Triglavians. They have, after all, destroyed my Kronos. It's time to get revenge. I did get a bit of revenge yesterday when I was flying with my friend Ibad. You know, he was using a Kronos. We wrecked a bunch of them for 4 hours. Constant wreckage. But now it's at least time to do it solo. In a single Kronos. Or not Kronos. A golem. A golem. Ooh. I can't wait to wreck these guys so hard. I just really hope I don't get wrecked myself. The reason you're using the crash booster is a very good one for getting your missiles to apply better. Very useful there. Okay, so we've got some ships here. We're going to want to go closer probably to this wormhole. Maybe if we actually can warp directly on it, we can warp out here to this station, and then just we warp back at 0 wormhole. Can we warp out? Maybe they'll scram us. I don't know if they got scrams. No, they're not got scrams. So we'll just do that because it'll be a lot simpler because they'll all be within range, and then also that we won't be ever out of the Scourge Rage range because, or not the Scourge Rage, the Nova Rage. Because when they're there, it's going to take a bit of time for them to get in range. They are all going to get within range because the longest range Triglavian seems to be the Leshaks, and they hover around 42. They orbit around 42, maybe 43 kilometers. With our Nova Rage, we have, I think it's like 48 in Bastion. Bastion increases obviously range, so that is something that is going to aid us a bit to get a bit better range. So you can see here with the Caldari Navy 57, and now with the Nova Rage. We have 48, yeah, 48, exactly. And if we really needed to, we could get increased range by going with the missile range script 58. And then if we really needed even more range, go with the Caldari Navy 70 kilometers. And I don't think anything is going to sit further than 70 kilometers, or at least attack us over further than 70 kilometers. The Triglavians are luckily not kitey scrubs. All right, there we are. We're at the wormhole at 0. Time to wreck some Triglavians. Alright, let's go. What we got here, Caldari Navy is going to be good here. I'm going to stagger these a bit. And go and wreck them. Can just pop out directly here. Imagine if a Zenitra just jumped out here. They'll be like, oh, I guess ripped Golem. A ripped Golem. He'll just wreck them so fast. Starving Drekavac. Like, apparently, as far as I understand, the Rasnaborgs, they're weaker than the standard ones. So you can see this is the standard one. It's not got Rasnaborg in front of it. But then there's the Hospodars. They have even more like damage and tank than the standard ones. So you can sort of say there's 3 tiers. There's a Rasnaborg as the weakest, and then there's standard ones. Then they've got Hospodars who are even more powerful. And then there's also liminal ones. They also have increased damage. So you want to be careful for those guys, and especially the Hospodar liminals. They do even more damage and are also even more dangerous. So you'll probably want to take out this liminal Rodiva, and maybe this liminal Damavika could take out the Vedmak as well. So like guys, look at this, look at this. Boop. The shield boost is so good. We're just so damn powerful. So now we want to probably do normal D-scan. Just keep it in mind so we can see what's going on. If there are any tornadoes assembling nearby who want to gank us, we can maybe have some chance of at least reacting and warping out. Unless if we completely have no idea. Obviously, it is pretty easy for a tornado to gank here. But you will have to use quite a lot of tornadoes. And we've got pretty high EHP. So it's not like, oh, 2 tornadoes can kill me. You have to use a significant amount of tornadoes to kill me. Alright. Then we can wreck this Hospodar guy over here. We can maybe even use the damage drones to increase the damage output right here. You can see here, now they're going to go a little bit crazy. But it's alright, it's alright. We wreck them. Now we'll probably want to not waste time on these Hospodars over here. We can take a bit of a boost. And we can have the drones go for this guy right here. And we'll start with the boosting. See, now they're going to probably take some damage, my warriors, but it's just the way it works. We can take out all these cruisers and go for the destroy, just as big stuff as possible so we can apply as good as possible. Okay, good. There we go. 1 boost right here, and then we go and attack these guys right here. Rasnaborg Vedmak. Let's see now. I've got Kikimoras. They do a bit of damage, but not so much. I wonder even if these warriors can break the tank of these liminal guys here. Or these Damaviks, because they're going to have remote reps. So they are going to be repped a bit. No, it seems like they're able to break him, so that's good. Kikimora. I've got another Leshak over here. I want to be a bit careful not to get, you know, neuted out, because they are got some newts in this guy. See this starving Leshak? But we have very good capacitor because we've got 2 cam batteries, and then also we don't even have to boost half of the time. We're just pulsing occasionally, just an occasional pulse. Hardly anything. Let's just take out this liminal guy over here. He's going to spool up quite a bit. He'll die very quickly when we start shooting him with the Rage Torpedoes. There we go. We can just use our warriors to assist a little bit in the DPS going on here. Now this is the first time I'm ever using this stuff in a solo marauder hunting Triglavians, and it's also the first time I'm ever attacking a wormhole like this in a solo marauder. I have attacked this wormhole before, but we were using then dual marauders. It was not like okay, just using one marauder like I'm doing now. Okay, so we've got some cruisers right here. I'm just going to try to go for the bigger stuff because it's really the biggest DPS and the stuff we apply best to as well with you know, our Rage Torpedoes or our Caldari Navy Torpedoes right here. Go for this Rasnabog Drekavac, then we'll go for the Rodiva over here. I'm gonna just kick you more too. Oh, okay, I think this is now means this completed. Now we've got that tick right there. Cool. I think that it means that we have actually completed this if we have got that tick right there, because you do get a little bit of a tick as well when you've attacked this wormhole. There we go. And if we look on let's see now, Triglavian on the D-scan. So we can see that there are some people nearby. I don't know, like Triglavian is nearby I'm talking about. And it could mean that they are... Yeah, look at that. Blinding Leshak. He's not here. That means that they started to spawn in new fleets. So you can see here, we've aggressed the wormhole. We've made them angry. They're angry now. Let's go for these hospodars. They're going to be doing the most amount of damage. So attacking the Triglavians in a solo marauder. Getting the dank ISK. Do you know the amount of ISK we're going to get here? It's going to be a lot. We can actually just tractor beam all these guys in with our tractor beams. I just want to be focused, you know, because our HP does go down quite fast since we've, like, you know, obviously got a very big boost rate, but not like a massive buffer. We've got a pretty good buffer, but they have very big DPS incoming as well. So it's like, yeah, we've got big boosting, but we've got a lot of incoming DPS too, so we have to be like very like alert just to not to miss anything, because I mean a few seconds we could just waste it and then they would have just be coming in here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Get this one right here. Hospodars. Hospodars, the more powerful ones. There's Ibad. He just logged in right now. He's the one I've been running these sites with. Uh-oh. There's a gank over here. Be careful right here. Can even tank this, to be honest. Let's just kill all these. Can align out to this one right here. Okay, now I want to use D-scan here. I heard a bit of a sound. D-scan, please. D-scan, D-scan, D-scan. There we go. This is like really annoying because it's just when we've got the loot as well. But what I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to probably want to just go out. Oh, there you see, there's someone right here, Black Fox. So we want to just get out here, and he's probably going to steal all our loot as well. That's really annoying, but it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. People, they like to steal your loot. And it's probably what they're going to do here. They're probably going to warp in a massive salvage fleet. It wouldn't surprise me. It's hard to scan down the what's it called now, the marauders, so it's just not too much to worry about, but it's just that they're going to probably try to take our loot. But let me think about it. Shall I go in anyway? Shall I go in anyway? You know what, let's just go in anyway. Screw it. I don't think it'll be too bad, and also we'll not be there for a whole long time either, and I prefer to not let him take my loot. So let's go there and get our loot. There's always life when you don't take risks. Okay, let's see now. Okay, so there's no one here, I think. Yeah, it's just these guys here, these hospodars right here. So you know what, let's just go in Bastion and just wreck these guys and tractor in our loot. We'll hit salvage drones. And we'll just wreck these guys. Okay, get this, and we'll get the salvage drones as well. Actually, the salvage drones are going to get popped by these guys very likely. Let's get the DPS going on. We're going to have to be vigilant with our scanners as well as keep an eye on local. We'll remove these from overview just to keep a better eye on what's going on now. Actually, let's just see if we can salvage this stuff already. Because if we do get, I don't know, we can, like, I'm thinking that maybe it could be good to have some rats nearby, just in case, you know, so they can attack the other guys, but, you know, it's not always going to be the case. Okay, let's see now what we got here going on. Salvage drones, come on, salvage, salvage, salvage. Let's scan in some, or get this stuff. Okay, good. Okay, now we've got all the enemies off the grid, so we can just focus on salvaging quick. Salvage quick. Salvage quick. And we want to grab this in and grab this in. It's a bit intense right now because of the, you know, potential of gankers coming in here. We've got that magnet as well. Grab this stuff here. We can add these wrecks to overview now. There we go. You can also grab these guys in. I just don't want to shoot my Rex by accident. I have done that before. Should have really had an MTU actually. Would be so useful. Salvage fast! Salvage fast, please. Salvage fast. Let's zoom out so we can see what's going on right here. Okay, no need to do this. We can grab this. Good. Grab this. Good. We grab this in here. Grab this in here. Good. Now we grab this. Good, good. Grab this. Good, good, good. 1 million. Nice. I got some nice ISK. Why are my salvage drones not being deployed? Please deploy my salvage drones. Thank you very much. I thought I deployed them like 3 times already. I saw that there's 2 drones. Just pull in all the ones with loot in them, so then we can actually, like, you know, we don't need to bother with pulling in the ones that have no loot in them. Okay, we can grab this loot here. Give me my loot. Oh, look here. We're getting soon a full cargo. And when the items move, I just worry someone's just going to warp in. Okay, grab this. Oh, magnet is here. Probably wanting to steal the loot. Salvage, 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 and salvage. I can obviously use my own salvager, but it'll take a bit of time. It's a lot of micromanagement, as you probably noticed I'm having. And why is this back in here? Did not want him to be in there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. Okay, grab this cargo container right here. Seems like he's wanting to get closer. Salvage quick now. He wants to grab the stuff here. Now I probably want to go to outside of Bastion right here, because this guy really, seems like he wants to get in close. Grab the loot. Align to this one. And we grab this loot here. There we go. Okay, so we pretty much got all the loot right here. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, nice. Oh, now I'm feeling a bit more relaxed. We've managed to get all the stuff here. We are aligned out. It's all safe, really. Okay, come on. Salvage the last wreck. Salvage the last wreck. Please salvage the wreck. Please salvage wreck. Salvage wreck, please. Please. I've got bloody 5 drones, 1 salvager. What more do you want me to do? What is this? Minor wreck. This is Damavik wreck too. There we go, finally. Okay. Get this stuff. And we'll dock here. Great. A job well done from the Golem. It is a powerful ship. Has a potential of earning nice ISK. Let's see how much the total haul was. Alright, let's see how much the total haul was. 80 million. 80 million. Dank ISK right there. And I was spending a lot of time warping in and out because of the worry of that ganker guy right there. It could have been a lot faster as well. So good ISK. I like this ISK right here. This is, I mean, okay, this is not amazing, you know. It could have maybe been more if we were doing lots of good blitzing. But still, I like how we're just going here with a Marauder wrecking stuff and earning some decent ISK. And it's not a whole lot of effort either needed. I mean, we needed to, you know, obviously find this stuff. Now that we found it, we can keep farming this for a day or 2. It's really nice. These Pochven wormhole spawns are really like it right there. So there's the end to this long expedition I showed you guys. I'm probably going to be doing more farming here later, but at least right now it's enough for the time being. Been going on for a long time. Hope you guys enjoyed my little journey right there, going to find that wormhole, to attacking the wormhole, to potentially getting ganked, to also getting the good loot. It was a good little adventure right here, in high sec even, not even in like a completely remote area of space, but it was fun to say the least. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.